I'm Scott Goolik, Chief Technology Officer for ControlPanelGRC. I think the way that it really helps here is that you're able to provide justification to your auditors as to what was really done. The auditor will come in and say, you've got too many people with access to transactions, and a lot of times that's because the access has grown over time for these users. It may be a complete mistake that they have that. But Usage Analyzer can then be used by the customer to say, yeah, you're right, they do have this access, but it wasn't intended that way. And they can then prove to the auditor that the transactions haven't been used by the user, and then they can go back from a remediation standpoint and be able to clean up the access. So to look at what role someone has assigned that maybe they're not using the transactions from, or finding instances where transactions might be in roles that aren't being used by the folks assigned to those roles. So it is a good way to go through a remediation process and really simplify. It's making you always audit ready. Usage Analyzer provides a variety of things. When we start with these transaction executions, who's running what transaction is very powerful information. You can use it for a variety of purposes. Some of our customers have used this, for example, in scoping their upgrades. So when it's time to do an upgrade, if you look at what transactions people are running, you can get an idea of what transactions are most used, and therefore these would be the transactions that you should be spending the majority of your time preparing your testing or training for. Also with your licensing with SAP, each customer needs to run system measurement reports on a yearly basis to make sure that they're in line with their license agreement, and part of that is classifying your users based on what they're doing in the system. Usage Analyzer has a license optimizer component that actually allows customers to set rules and have those rules automatically be applied. The last thing I would suggest as a great piece of Usage Analyzer is for security redesigns. This was something that we actually built for our internal teams to be doing security redesigns over the years, and it was a great way to look at what transactions a group of users are running. So if I know that these 10 people are in our customer service department, the collective transaction executions of those 10 people might be a great start at our customer service role. So a lot of great ways that you can utilize Usage Analyzer to simplify your operations in your SAP security environment.